Alright, I'm standing outside of Liquorbox, and man, that upstairs is fucking hot.
Yeah, man. Lately we've been jamming in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's so hot upstairs. We have a little East Coast kitchen party twice a week. Maybe 4 times a week, I don't know. Depending on what happens.
Yeah, it usually happens on the weekend either way.
Yeah.
I guess the beauty of this is we play all acoustically, so we can really jam wherever the fuck we want. We go downtown and play, we don't have to plug anything in, so we can set up and go wherever, which is one advantage to being in a acoustic type band.
Yeah.
You don't have to carry fucking cabinets around. And
Well, we could jam out back here too, but seems to be like our jam time between like 9 and 11 or whatever. The bugs out here are usually really bad, but tonight it's kind of breezy, so it's not too bad at all.
You guys get many noise complaints at all?
I think the cops have been here like once.
we had this old dude that lived beside us, but he died, so he doesn't complain much.
He didn't complain when he was alive.
Yeah. No, I don't think the noise complaint was for the music anyways. It was probably just drunks in the backyard or something.
Punching holes in the walls.
Do you guys find it hard finding yourself shows in and around town? Or?
Not really, but we don't really like to overdo it in town because there's a whole country out there, a world out there that.
Yeah, we could play in town like every night of the week if we wanted to, but
when we do play, you kind of want to make it a event, you know. If you're playing every weekend or whatever, it kind of loses its appeal after a while. It doesn't matter what band you are or how good you are. I mean, you can't get pounded with the same music all the time. Like, we like to travel, I guess, and get out of town. We find Quebec's a pretty good spot to be, you know. Good people and good partying, and they like their rockabilly, so one of our favorite
Mr. Joel Kaiser and his Devil Zone. That's all I gotta say. Because speaking of Montreal,
yeah, we've definitely been showing some good times there. Good shows, good people, good partying.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere between Toronto and Montreal, or roughly.
Yeah, so at least with your genre of music, you're not having really any problems finding shows.
Well, the beauty of it is we can appeal to a pretty broad range of people, which is our biggest advantage with this band. Because before we were playing extreme type music, and so no matter what, you're limited. So with the stuff that we're doing, we can play to a room full of dirty punk rockers, or we can play what I like to refer to as the lawn chair crowd.
The 80-year-olds baking in their chairs.
We can go out and play play Hank Williams or whatever all night and have a good time, or we can rage. We're pretty diverse, I guess you could say, for what we do.
And how did you guys first come together to create Liquorbox? Well, I know there's a few inclinations beforehand.
I guess Justin and I started. We had a couple bands before this, and I don't know. It just seemed kind of bizarre that we started playing country, but I think in our minds it was the only logical thing to do at that time. I don't know. Just a series of events that kind of led up to it, and our past, our background growing up. My family was real musical and always country. I mean, they didn't know any other style of music. It was country, So, and I think Justin kind of was raised in a similar environment.
Yeah, definitely. I think the beauty of the whole project is that it came about real naturally. We didn't really have to struggle to make it happen. It came together on its own terms and exists on its own terms. All of us are really laid back people who enjoy a good time and enjoy playing music. So it's just a really natural occurring thing that happens between the 5 of us, and I think it's something really beautiful, and I think we have a lot to gain from it, and a lot to learn from it as well. Like we're still learning our trade, and especially with a lot of the new songwriting and whatnot that's been going on lately, we're definitely finding our own. We're finding our own little pocket within the the real country music scene, if you wanna call it that. I prefer to call it that. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Randy? My babysitter listened to country when I took them out. Her name's Marg. All over that. Marg. Then I listened to a bunch of heavy metal, and then started hanging out with these guys. They had a banjo. End of story.
He put a banjo in his hand and said, "Here, play this." We're all pretty. We're all actually pretty like multi-instrumentalist type people. I mean, all of us play probably at least 3 instruments, I would say. So,
yeah, within the project, we could probably have like 5 other bands with different styles of music, just from our experiences over the years and whatnot, but I like to think that, we haven't like pigeonholed ourselves playing this style of music, like even though it's pretty specific, but we don't like hear like a song and be like, that's what we need to sound like, or hear a band like, that's what we need to sound like. I like to think that we do our own thing, and we're making our own mark and laying our own tracks when it comes to the style of music that we're playing right now. We're not trying to be anybody. We're not trying to live up to anybody else's standards. We're just, this is Liquorbox, this is what we do, and we'll come to your town, we'll play your bar all night, and we'll drink till the sun comes up with you.
You got the money, honey.
Now, how did you figure out what songs you're going to play live? So now you have like a very wide range of different songs to go through.
It all really depends on the venue and the crowd. We try to focus a lot on what the people that we're playing to, what's going to make them have a good time, and because like you said, we have such a wide range of songs that we're able to play. I know you were out at the Creepshow show, the Creepshow show. It sounds so weird saying that, but yeah, something like that. You can say, okay, well, there's probably going to be a lot of younger kids, and so you can kind of gauge it for that. Like we can, like Lando was saying earlier, we can play like a punk rock show one night, and then the next night play like a Legion or something, and just, I think with what we're capable of, just gotta have to be conscious of the fact that, an 80-year-old grandmother who's out at the show isn't going to appreciate fucking in the butt like an 18-year-old who's, getting drunk at a show in an alley beforehand,
Basically, like, we have our style, we know what we're doing, we have our thing, and we hold its integrity, but we also realize we're there to entertain people, so you have to be conscious of your crowds and the fact that we are diverse and we play different types of things. So, I mean, we have a whole list of tunes, and you can kind of pick and choose depending on where you're playing, so that's about it, I guess.
And at the same time, too, like, we never compromise our integrity by, it's not like we're up there playing pop country music or anything. We're always being true to the genre that we're after. So we're not compromising any sort of artistic integrity when we get up on a stage. We're not tonight we're gonna play a Garth Brooks song or a Toby Keith song or whatever. Like we know what we are, and we're not out there to put our hands down anybody's pants. It's